When you are done painting your tints and shades for your sky in the background of your moonlit trees, you are going to make a plan for how you will be drawing and painting your trees over top of your background. You are going to work on drawing trees in different sizes to show that they are in the foreground, middle ground, and background, and making a plan for how you will turn them into silhouettes in your painting. A silhouette is when the light is shining from behind an object, so when you look at that object, you only see the shape of it, and it is all black because the light is not shining on that side of the object. Then you will get a worksheet that looks familiar to you. You may have seen this before, where it talks about the different ways that you can put trees into your artwork and make them look realistic and like they are taking up space and like they are in a setting. So some of this you will use in your painting, some of it you won't, but it is something you have seen before. The whole point is that you start with a vertical line on your tree to show how tall it is. So trees that start at the bottom part of the paper seem like they're taller. This actually just means that they're closer to you. So the bottom of the tree is at the bottom of the paper. It means that it's closest to you, and it should be really, really tall. So the top should go almost to the top, past your horizon line that you just worked on painting. Then trees that start further up on your paper are going to seem further away and shorter. All of the trees should go over your snow horizon line. So if you just read through this and look at the different tree styles, this will give you some ideas for when you practice. So then you'll flip your guide over, and I want you to read through this. You're going to start by drawing one large tree where the bottom of the tree starts at the bottom of the paper. So I would just start by making a dot, and yours can start on this side or the center. Maybe this one I'll do on this side. The reason I didn't start on this side up here is because I didn't want to cover up my moon. But I'll start on this side over here just to give you an idea that it doesn't always have to be on one side. So one side, or my bottom of the tree is at the bottom of my paper because this is my biggest tree in the foreground front, okay? So then I'm gonna also make a guide dot at the top of my paper. So I know that this tree has to go from the bottom to the top. So then I'll make that vertical line from the bottom to the top. Then I'll draw the style of tree that I would like to draw for my biggest tree. And you can draw evergreen trees, you can draw trees with branches, a Christmas tree. It's totally up to you. Get ideas from that side. And you can just kind of draw the shape of that tree. You don't need to use a Sharpie, you would just be using a pencil. And notice how this tree is going off the edge of my paper, and that's okay, that kind of makes it look more interesting. Then, you don't have to fill this in now, but when you paint, it will all be filled in with black because it's a silhouette. You're gonna be making two examples or practicing and brainstorming two different ideas for how you want to paint your trees in this project. So I have one idea for my big tree here. Then I want to do one or two more trees that are in the middle ground or the very background. So that means that the base of this tree will start further up on my paper to show that it's further away. It still needs to go over my horizon line to show that my tree is taller than the ground. So then I would have this tree go like that. So then I would make my vertical line to show how tall that tree is. Now I could do this tree a different style, or it could be the same. It's totally up to you. I think for this example, all my trees are gonna be, it's gonna be like a forest of evergreen trees. So I'm gonna make one more a little further back. And know that this center line, that doesn't have to be there when you paint it. You're going to paint all black over it because it's a silhouette. Then you would go and practice again here. Maybe you didn't like how you drew these trees, or maybe you didn't make your big one as big as you want it to, or maybe you want to practice doing a tree on this side, or maybe you want to try a different style of tree. That is totally up to you. So practice 2 times what types of trees you want to put together. You're practicing how big they are, where you want to put them, and the style of trees you are going to be using. I want you to read through your packet, the entire thing. Now, if you get done with these two and you're still like, I'm not sure I like that, go to your sketchbook, practice again. And to do that, you could just draw a rectangle, draw your horizon line and your moon, and then go ahead and do the same thing in your sketchbook if you would like to practice again. Or if you finish early and you want to practice drawing more trees, you can go ahead and do that in your sketchbook, planning what you want to paint on your background.